Oh, hey there, are you barbell rowing like this? Stop. I'm going to show you how to get the most out of your barbell row to transfer to your combat training. If I was to pick 2 rowing exercises to do for the rest of your life for combat sports, it is the barbell row and it is the one-arm dumbbell row. Do those 2, you have a stupid strong grip, a stupid massive back, massive huge chains down either side of your spine, and a huge power lift in your upper back. These 2 exercises will develop strength, especially for grapplers and MMA athletes that have to manipulate other human beings. But if you're doing barbell rows like I showed you in the beginning, them hanging, using lots of momentum, you're underselling yourself. Your back muscles are not doing a lot of the work and you're using a lot of momentum. So I'm going to show you how I like to do these and how I teach people to do them to really develop the back and take the rest of the body out of the movement. This will level up your pulling strength like nothing else. So for these barbell rows, you're going to perform every rep from the floor. It's going to be from a dead stop, so you have to control the bar all the way down so it softly touches the ground. It does not bounce. And your setup will be similar to a stiff-legged deadlift, but with a little more knee bend. So I'm going to show you the setup here. So you're going to be similar to your stiff-leg deadlift. You'll be down to the bar. Your grip won't be too wide. Basically a thumb from the middle of the knurling. Here, that's your grip width. You're going to maintain a big chest and you're going to row from this position. When you row, you're going to row towards your belly button. You'll see that it is a strict movement. I'm not using momentum to get it up. I'm not raising my shoulders to try to get the bar up. I'm not pulling it up to the top of my chest with momentum. I stay strict over the bar, keep my hips in place, and I'm using my back and my arms to row the bar to my belly button. Now, why do I row low instead of high? Well, typically we get so caught up in developing the upper back muscles up top, especially as fighters as well. We're always in these shrugged positions, rounded over. We develop these muscles through other rowing, deadlifting, high pulls, etc. But the lower part or the middle part of the back doesn't get as much love as it should. So rowing to your belly button is going to help balance that out. Further, you'll get a little more lats doing this. For this one, we are targeting the lats and we're targeting that middle part of the back. Now, you can level this up by either elevating your feet so you have more range of motion to get a bigger stretch through the back and the lats, or you can use smaller plates, for example, the 5 kilo plates or the 10-pound plates. You can load change plates to get an extra range of motion as well. That is another option to be able to get a bigger stretch. Let's also talk about grips. Often you'll see people doing underhand grip or using an overhand grip. Typically, I like to use an overhand grip with rows. You can use variation. You can do it underhand. Obviously, it gets a little more biceps doing that and you'll be able to use a little more load. But overhand grip tends to feel best and is what I always use when I'm doing these types of rows. If you're liking this video so far, please make sure to like and subscribe. But let's talk programming. With the barbell row, you don't have to be stuck in the 10 to 12 rep range. Just because it's a back exercise doesn't mean you need to do it for reps. You can do these heavy to develop pulling strength. Sets of 5, even sets of 3 to an extent. But typically you're gonna look anywhere from the 5 to 8 rep range. You can do waves, but most importantly, you're not going too heavy where you're having to use momentum. Now there is a place for using momentum. In the competition cycle of Dominate the Mats, we use a barbell row variation. In the competition program of Dominate the Mats, we use an explosive pendulum row where it's all body momentum and trying to yank the bar to your belly button. So that's a different purpose and for a different style of training, and it's essentially for peaking versus developing the back muscles and strength and that pulling strength for grappling, MMA, and strikers. Now, if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure you share it, comment below if you have any questions, anything to add. Also check the description. The Sweet Science Fighting Underground is there, has all the training programs, online courses, and the private Discord community.